You know, people always ask me if now is a good time to buy in San Francisco. Well, the answer is yes and no. The truth of the matter is it depends. Not only on what's going on in the market, but also based on you. In this video, I'll break down exactly when it makes sense to buy in San Francisco and when it might not. Hey guys, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Alex Epstein. I'm a lifelong San Franciscan and realtor here in the city of San Francisco. I help buyers understand the market without the hype. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about timing and when it makes sense to buy in San Francisco. First off, there's no single best time. The answer is a lot more nuanced than you might like. The best time to buy a house is actually super personal. It's not a universal idea. There's no single best month or year to buy a house. It just depends on you and your circumstances. San Francisco is truly a micro market city, meaning that every single neighborhood, time of the year, and market condition affects the price of the home. Different neighborhoods, price points, and buyer types all change pricing. Deek. What does that sound? That was annoying and loud. I don't know what that was. The real question here shouldn't be, is this the bottom or when is the bottom coming? Instead, it should be, does buying improve my life or my long-term position? If the answer is yes and you can afford it, then that means you should consider it. Moving on to number 2, seasonal timing in San Francisco. Seasonally, San Francisco generally heats up in the spring. There's more listings, but there's also more buyers and thus more competition. This often means things are going for higher prices and you're competing against more offers. And the flip side, fall and winter can be quieter. There's fewer listings, but also fewer buyers. This can create real opportunities, especially if you're flexible. As a quick breakdown, this is how I would summarize things. In spring, you have more inventory, but there's more competition. In summer, it's still active, but a little bit more selective. In fall, you have motivated sellers and there's less noise. And in winter, you have fewer options, but the most amount of leverage. Number 3, market conditions matter more than dates. The truth of the matter is that rates, inventory, and negotiation power matter more than the calendar. I'd rather you buy in a weaker market with leverage rather than wait years trying to time the bottom. In San Francisco, the best deals tend to come when there's uncertainty in the market. So this means that when people are scared and panicking, this is usually a great indication to actually buy. You know, a lot of investors say if you do the opposite of most, you'll be successful. You can see this to be true in the condo market. The condo market was doing great, and then there was a significant drop, and there was a lot of hesitation and slow moving. But since then, the market condo has recovered greatly. And right now, it's the best it's been since pre-COVID levels. Even with that being the case, I still think there's more room to run. So that's one example of a place where there's some uncertainty and you might be able to get a good deal. Another thing to keep in mind is that interest rates affect affordability more than pricing a lot of times, especially for those people that are getting loans. San Francisco is a unique market because a lot of people buy in all cash, but this is something to take into account. Number 4, when it makes sense to buy. Buying tends to make more sense if you're planning on living somewhere long-term. If your payment feels comfortable and you're buying a place that fits your lifestyle, in the long run, if you own real estate, generally you're gonna be okay. If you're in that spot now, waiting for the right time often costs more than it actually saves. To put it briefly, if you have a stable income, your long-term plan is to live in San Francisco, you're comfortable with the monthly payment, and you have emergency reserves, then you should be ready to buy. And finally, on to number 5, when it makes sense to wait. There are gonna be times when waiting is the right move. If your job is unstable, your down payment isn't ready, or you're unsure on how long you'll stay in the city, it might make sense to wait to purchase, or forcing a purchase may not be in your best interest. Ultimately, waiting can be smart if done intentionally. The best time to buy in San Francisco isn't about guessing the market. It's about buying with clarity, leverage, and a long-term game plan. If you do that, the timing usually works itself out. If you're thinking about buying in San Francisco and need help deciding whether now is the right time for you or now, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to be a resource. My contact information is below. If this video helped you in any way, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe. I post weekly San Francisco real estate content, breaking things like this down. Thanks again for watching. My name is Alex Epstein. See you in the next one.